We have even more goodies coming in for the Legion expansion from EVE Online. Let's check it out. Let's see what we've got coming in with our favorite CCP devs. Legion, purpose is power. Let's see what they say and how you can react to the market with these various things happening right now. Let's see it.
You know corporation projects that allow structured collaboration within corporations. The evolution of that concept are freelance jobs. Now, you will be able to complete tasks and challenges and get rewards from any corporation.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're going to pause a lot in this video. If you don't like it, it's a reaction video. You can look in the link in the description. We have this whole thing for you. If you want to just see this video without me talking, go click that button. God bless you. Okay, this Freelance Jobs, you've never seen this UI before. It's in the Opportunities tab. That's cool. They're really kind of putting everything in the Opportunities tab. I really think we need to decouple ourselves from the Agency tab because it's confusing. Is it in the Agency? Is it in the Opportunity tab? We're moving more and more things in this Opportunity tab, and I think that's good. I think Agency should be like longer-winded, let's call it like story arc stuff. Let's call it like bigger missions. And the Opportunity tab should be, I want to do a job. Here's a job. Speaking of that, Freelance Jobs, 13 jobs available, 6 corporations, 1 of 3 job sets. Looks like there's a maximum amount of jobs you can accept. It's probably going to be bound to your skills. I don't know what the Chinese characters are. Mining challenge for 10 million ISK. Ratting subsidy, sure. 200,000 ISK. So like rat for me, get stuff, get money. Will there be scams? 100%. Welcome to EVE. People were like, when I saw this announcement, people were like,
but there's going to be scam contracts, just like there's scam opportunity freelance jobs.
No kidding. Welcome to EVE. Time to learn what's a scam and what's not. You know, help us defend our structure. Ooh. Join our NPSI fleet. We'll pay you. And look, they bound it to the different tiers. We got Enforcer for like PvE, Industrialist for like Indie, and we've got Soldier of Fortune as PvP. So they've literally nested the freelance jobs based on what school it is. Really cool. Really cool.
Be able to complete tasks and challenges and get rewards from any corporation, allowing you to pick and choose your opportunities. If you are the CEO or a recruiter, you will use this tool to advertise your corporation and to select recruits. And if you are looking for a corp, the freelance jobs will allow you to collaborate with others and show off your performance. This will
kind of want to see this job opportunity. This is how you make it. Defend faction warfare complexes in this system. Number of complex defended 1. You can limit the contributors. You can set an end date of 6 months. You can set an end date of like exact time and day. Great. Who can see it? Access and visibility is big. Because my number one problem with this is like, can your enemies see your freelancing things? I hope not to an extent. Such a good idea. Yes.
Will allow you to collaborate with others and show off your performance. This will be a gateway to getting recruited into a corp, into an alliance, to be able to leave your mark in the universe and make new friends.
Yes.
All this can start with a single job. Each corporation can have up to 100 freelance jobs active at a time.
Interesting. Literally mercenary services for hire. This represents a fundamental shift in EVE's economy. I like this a lot. We're going to see more of this coming in. Thanks to the Twitch Prime job. Bless. Let's see.
And for each of those jobs, you can set some limitations, as in who can access them. Initially, you will be able to create 6 types of jobs. Ship insurance.
This is in addition, Scotty.
Deal damage to capsuleers. Destroy non-capsuleers. Mine materials.
Wait, go back.
Types of jobs. Ship insurance. Deal damage to capsuleers.
Ship, and maybe this is not everything. Ship insurance is like, hey, hopefully this is how they improve the like, hey, if you lose your ship, we'll give you a ship thing. Trying to word this better for new bros. Damage capsuleers is cool. Like, how much damage are you doing? Think about that, right? How, instead of be on a kill mail, how much damage are you doing? Now, hopefully they help this out for like Logi and E-War pilots, right? Like, you know, keep like target painter uptime, web uptime, something like that. But this is cool because instead of just like, hey, help kill them. How do you quantify that? Dealing damage. Now we're talking, right? Now we're talking.
Destroy non-capsuleers.
Right.
Mine materials. Capture factional warfare complex and defend factional warfare complex. All these methods work the same as they do for corporation projects currently.
Capturing and defending faction warfare complex might be the biggest one I've seen because you got a lot of people in low sec that are making a lot of money on faction warfare, a lot. And what they could do now is they can open it up to non-corp mates and say, hey, you guys defend a faction warfare complex for us. We'll give you some ISK. It's not a ton, but we're going to give you some. You get more if you join the corp. Apply. Let's see if you got what it takes. Show us how many of them you've defended, and then we'll see if you can get in. Maybe hey, you want to win? You want to join? Go show us how many freelance job contracts you've done before you join us. So we'll see.
And last but not least, corporation projects will receive ESI support in this expansion, and freelance jobs.
Oh, snap.
Will get it soon after.
In the Legion expansion.
Okay, he just smirked real big because he knows how big of a deal that is, dude. Why is that such a big deal? It's a big deal because having ESI endpoints for corp projects and freelance contracts means that third-party apps can now be able to work with programmers. And you have a lot of my corp, for example, has a website that organizes all of our stuff, and it's all done very manually. ESI is the API for EVE Online, right? Is the coders can now hit the EVE servers directly and get data from the EVE game with corp projects. This is a big deal because before everything was done by hand. Now it's going to be automated. This will help out a lot of people in getting those corporation and freelancing projects more automated and more trackable. You can actually extrapolate out the data if you're not busy putting it together every single week. So incredible. Yes, there is a Friday this week. Yes, there is. So my summer project idea is here. There it is, Harry. Yes, sir.
ESI support in this expansion.
Look at his smile.
And freelance jobs.
He knows.
Will get it soon after.
He's like,
in
yeah.
In the Legion expansion, we're focusing on bringing your corporation branding one step closer to being the same inside EVE as it is outside of EVE.
We saw this.
The first step towards this is the introduction of the corp palette. This is a new way for your brand managers to set an official colorway for their corporation and can be first seen on the freelance jobs that your corporation sets up.
It's great.
In Legion, we're upgrading the corporation logo editor. We're saying goodbye to the pre-selected 18 colors.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Non-EVE players don't understand that corp logos are basically like, they're very important because it's your flag, you know, and you're making it so not only is it easier to wear skins on all ships using your corp logo and corp colors, but they made the colors, it used to be just 16 colors or 18 colors, whatever it is. Finally, we have a hex code. So you're going to see a lot of people really look good. Well, I'm going to fly whatever Kybernauts is right now. The red and black looking real nice, you know what I'm saying? Sheesh. So this is a big deal. It's a small thing, but it's a big deal that we can now have full customization because everybody basically looked the same shade of whatever the heck. Now, a corp is going to be completely unique compared to another corp because their logos are going to be completely different colors. And this is a big deal. It's a small thing, but it's a small change, but it's a big deal. So, yes.
And giving everyone a full-fledged color picker with full RGB and hex code support.
Huge.
So you can easily match your corpse colors inside of the game with what you have set outside of the game.
Huge.
Every ship we create is a work of art. We pour our heart and soul into every design. Modernizing your ship fleet is always on our mind. The latest member of the family, the Angel
Sarathiel,
is a great addition to the Angel lineup.
Incredible looking.
In this iconic design, we really push the boundaries with different states of the ship, VFX, and the design language.
I love it.
We really look forward to seeing it in action.
The Sarathiel is a new Angel Cartel faction dreadnought. Enjoying
biblically accurate dreadnought right here. The back of it looks like eyes. You ever notice that? This is the engines. But look. Looks like eyes. Isn't that sick? And I love the horns. It just looks one of the best looking ships in all of EVE, honestly. It truly looks... people are saying it's a tall oracle. And...
powerful bonuses
awesome.
to capital projectile weapons, and the unique ability to use capital micro jump drives even while its siege module is active.
Yep.
We're also buffing existing pirate faction dreadnoughts to bring them up to par with the Sarathiel and help them compete on the modern battlefield against Lancers and Navy Dreads. The Babaroga is the Triglavian Collective's take on the Marauder, combining many of the strengths of Empire Marauders with the power of the Leshak. It enjoys bonuses to disintegrator tracking, optimal range, and max spool, as well as the repair bonuses and stronger resistances you'd expect from a Marauder.
I'm going to fly that. Every single time I see the Babaroga going around, I'm like, brother, I need it. It looks awesome, dude. Looks awesome. Okay, we're going to have a great time, Talon. Gotcha, you know?
This Bastion module is active. The Babaroga is the new record holder for peak subcap DPS.
I made a comment on my last video talking about the Babaroga. How we were talking to some guys at FanFest, and they were saying you can get 6K DPS. And some of you were saying, hey, I had some DMs and some comments on that video. They were going like, Loru, 6K? I got some people that were theory crafting at stats. They're looking at 9K when you're full. Now listen, it's got to be full spooled. You got to survive that long, and you got to have like 3,000 shots in your inventory. Sure. 9K. Sub cap. One ship. Now that's theory. We'll see how it actually looks. We'll see. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. Ickies with full spool and abyssal mods hit 6K. There it is. So we're probably going to go higher.
Module is active. The Babaroga is the new record holder for peak subcap DPS.
Yep.
We want to give your corporations more customization options in your space setup. And part of that includes adding 3 new categories of sovereignty upgrades. First, we are giving you upgrades that let you generate new colony resources by utilizing existing ones, allowing your corporations to have even more flexibility. We are also adding new upgrades that apply new effects to ships within your system, giving you new tools to redefine your area of space. For example, you could install a gamma effect to benefit your shield doctrines or a plasma effect for your armor comp.
I like that there's a visual for this. We actually covered this in our last live stream. These are the work in progress values. These are not set in stone, but they are what we have so far. Gamma is going to give raw shield HP more capacitor capacity. Plasma, more armor HP, better benefit to overheating. This one's big. Electric is your capacitor recharges faster. Your targeting range and D-scan range is increased. This one's causing the most questions because it is never been seen in EVE. More D-scan range. D-scan goes from 14.1 to 17.65 with this buff. So you could scan out 25% more. That's a big deal. Large deal. Exotic stability, more scan res, lock faster, warp faster. So depending on which one you have, I love that there's better visuals. I hope there's a visualization in space. I hope so. I like that there's going to be one on the Sov upgrade as well. So you can like see it on the Sov upgrade. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. In my opinion, electric is OP because you can in my opinion, electric is OP because you can over tank easy without worrying about tank. Sure. I mean, yeah, we'll have to see. Those are, again, not confirmed values. We're going to have to wait for Legion, but it's going to be really incredible. The number one thing with these is how fast can you swap them around? That's my main question. If it's like on the fly, man, that's going to be incredible. Someone shows up with a shield doctrine, you swap out to your armor doctrine and switch out your Sov upgrades to plus armor. What are they going to do? Do they just leave? We'll see. We'll have to find out.
Effect to benefit your shield doctrines or a plasma effect for your armor comp. Finally, in Legion, we will be adding back an improved version of the exploration upgrades that spawn data and relic sites, complete with new dungeon distribution mechanics that will affect the spawn rate of these sites for several systems instead of just one. We also recognize those...
Let's like rewind. This is a big deal. They're making it so that the Sov upgrades also impact exploration pilots because they recognize that the old exploration Sov upgrades just weren't great. And I think they removed them or something, or they like paused them, whatever. I'm not really sure. I know they weren't up to par. We'll like put it that way. With the mining upgrades, they were looking at exploration stuff too. And what you're seeing, y'all, is the ethos of the EVE devs is really improving the game over time. They put out something to kind of see what happens, and then, oh, it didn't really hit the mark. Let's just make it better. The main thing that's important with this is that you think about a Sov upgrade. It's like, hey guys, we're going to improve the mining in this system. That doesn't work with exploration because you run out of 2 or 3 data sites, then you don't get an escalation or whatever, so you're just done, right? So the new Sov upgrades for exploration are going to affect multiple star systems around where you install the Sov hub upgrade, right? So good. Exploration pilots, yay, rejoice. This is good stuff. More ISK, better, bigger sites, more mini games for us to click.
Systems
we like it.
Instead of just one. We also recognize those of you who fight to take over space and conquer systems, but end up with an extensive logistical laundry list that involves nuking all of the existing and perfectly good skyhooks owned by your enemies, and then having to rebuild all of them for the good of your corp. Who has time for that? We get it. You're tired after your day of conquest. So to help you out, we are adding the ability for you and your corp to immediately capture existing skyhooks and make them your own for a fraction of the cost.
For the larger
that is such a big freaking deal, y'all. I gotta tell you, this is gonna make
them your own.
Equinox great again. That is really awesome. I love the skyhook. I love the skyhook. This is one of the best looking things added to Eve. It's a really cool, really awesome fantasy. And finally, the fact that you can just capture it instead of kill it. Now, that's a big deal. You're not just saying, oh, robbing skyhooks is something we still have to go get done. It's just a lot of fun. This is a big change because it represents something, again, that's never happened in Eve. I don't think there's another structure in Eve that you can take over, right? What if that was the case for all structures? You think about that. What if that was the case for more structures, for like the moon drill? Or are they doing that for the moon drill too, right? We'll have to see. This is something I think is really interesting, that what if you can take over other NPC stations, not just the skyhook? I think that's how it should be. I think you should be able to get like a surgical team and get in there and steal something, and then there's more of a threat there. Because as it is right now, killing a station takes, weeks of planning and prep and all this stuff. What if you could just take it? What if there's just a station that someone forgets is there and you could just take it over? I think that's really cool. Maybe a Vanguard idea, drop them in to take it over. Now we're cooking. Get some Vanguards on the station and they have to get to like the command deck and it's like a raid in Vanguard. It could be. Could be in the future. I would love that. I would love that. Okay, we'll see. Right now, it's just the skyhook. Bring on more.
And make them your own for a fraction of the cost.
For the larger bros among us, we're also making improvements to remote repair gameplay. Remote repairers will now benefit more from overheating, giving an edge to support pilots who are willing to take the risks that come with pushing their modules past the red line.
Yes.
Logistics cruisers are also receiving new buffs and bonuses.
Love that.
And we're adding more power grid to the strategic cruiser support subsystems. Some Tech 1 cruisers are also receiving buffs, including additional speed and power grid for the Thorax.
Good.
And a new and improved set of bonuses for the Rupture that make it an even more exciting, affordable artillery platform.
I wanted to kind of summarize this because they're showing it, but they're not like showing it. This was numbers from FanFest again. Put it here so y'all can see better. Logi is going to get better armor rep, and T3 cruisers will get better overheats. Actually, it's better if you look at here, I guess. That's the bonuses. Logi is going to be faster. So the Logi ships are getting more, they're easier to fit. The mass penalty is like you go faster. Okay. Sig radius penalty is people can lock on you slower. AP added hit points is armor. SE is shield, I think. So Logi is getting improved. Great. Combat cruisers, speed and power. Thorax is getting better. Rupture is straight up just getting buffed. Really cool. They're rebalancing cruisers. Cruisers are in a really weird state. We talked about it a lot in our last Legion video, where people don't really use cruisers in PvP as much as frigates or destroyers because they do just as much damage, but they are killed still just as fast. So why not just use a battle cruiser, which has like 100,000 EHP instead of 20, right? So there are some Tech 1 frigates that are more powerful than cruisers. So that's that change. Really cool. We'd like to see this. Keep it coming.
In the Legion expansion, we've also redesigned 5
Beautiful
Tech 1 cruisers and their variants.
Beautiful.
13 new ships in total. These hulls...
Oh, Celestis, my love! Show me again!
And their variants.
Look at it!
13 new ships in total.
Look at all the different armor plates. Looks real good.
These hulls now have a sleek...
the Thorax! Looking not so much like the whole shaft anymore. Look at this. We got some like armor layers coming in. Looking real good. Love
design, it. Higher model and texture quality. Designed weapon platforms.
Scimitar. Look at the glow up.
VFX enhancements and a balance pass.
So keep fighting the good fight. Conquer space, make it your own, and keep the war effort going.
Wow. Great stuff. We're going to link this video in the description for y'all to watch yourself. Well done. Well done. That new, I saw this last night. Ooh, did they reply to me for real? We love it. This is Legion, y'all. It's just better stuff. Eve continues to grow, continues to awesome. Go ahead and go give them a like, chat. Go like that video. We just put it in the chat for you. If you want more EVE news to get up to date and see what the context is for a lot of these trailers, that's this playlist right here. Subscribe for that. Many of you might be new and watching this video going, I don't understand. We got you covered. Sub right here. We'll see you in the next video, y'all. Thanks very, very much.